Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanya Sin. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, smash that subscribe button, turn on your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying massive shout out to every one of you for the support. You all are super awesome and so sweet. So today I am tired of seeing old black men come, because it is majority of them are black men coming on the internet to call black people out, and not just calling black people out, lying against black people too. I am sick and tired of saying it. Black conservatives coming here to push dirty narrative of black people. And this man, he said he know that he has a lot of white followers. So for that reason, I am gonna let the cat out of the bag. I am going to expose black people. I'm going to expose why they use the N-word. It is just so disgusting waking up to see them coming out to say things like this. Are they here to secure the bag? Because I don't see any bag they are securing. And the truth is that they aren't going to secure any bag. And he went further to say that black people kill black people on 89%. And do you see, and like really, that you don't see black people riot over that. But when a white person kills black person, you see black people rioting on that. And all I want to do is just find this man and give him a punch. Because I don't see how an old person, an elderly person that should be trying as much as he can to bring the community all together, is out here peeing like, in the rubbish, because this is what I call it. And you need to see the comment section, the red to the season that is coming out from the white palm colored people. That tells you a lot. That shows how they have been looking for someone like a black person that will give them the ground, the standing ground, because it is that standing ground this silly man get them that brought out all the red to the season all in them. I am just rolling this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section.
I know that I have a lot of white followers, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag on this one. I'm going to expose the real reason black people use the N-word. The real reason they use the N-word is not because it's a term of endearment. That's a lie. Don't believe it if you hear it. Here's the real reason. Because they're hypocrites. That's why. They use it because they feel it's okay for them to do it, but no one else can do it. Let me make the connection. Black people kill black people at an 89% rate. Do you see anyone protesting over that? Do you see anybody rioting over that? You don't. You only see people protesting for white folks killing black people. That only makes up 7%. You see the connection. It's okay for rappers to disrespect black women, and no one has a problem with it. But as soon as a white person does it, they seem to have a problem with it. You see the connection. That's why they feel it's okay to use the N-word, because liberals have fooled them into thinking it is perfectly fine for you to do something that is destructive to yourself, but no one else can. That's why they use the N-word. And that's why I don't. The real reason they use the N-word is not because it's...
I've noticed over the past 3 months that more and more people are just popping up on this app making this type of content, bro. And like, it's really to the point that I'm not sure if y'all really believe in what the fuck y'all saying, or y'all just trying to get a bag. Either one. I don't know what y'all think y'all accomplished, but y'all not going to be the next Candace Owens. It's just not going to happen, bro. She's a woman. She's not a threat to them. You're a black man. You're always a threat, no matter how much you kiss their ass. I don't know what y'all really think y'all gonna do. I don't know what type of change y'all think y'all gonna make, what type of bag you think you're gonna get. They don't need no more tap dancing ass niggas. They got more than enough. You on here just spouting this bullshit for free. Crazy. At least Candace Owens gets paid. And the funny thing is when you go into the comments, it's people out there thanking him. Oh my God, thank you so much for saying what we wanted to say this entire time. Of course he did, because y'all racist. Plain and simple. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, y'all really trying to act like y'all the victims, bro. Like, because people won't let y'all be racist, y'all feel like y'all victimized. Crazy, man. It's just 2023 is like walking into the fucking Twilight Zone, bro. I swear to God. Every day I just wake up and just realize, like, some people really just be wasting air, dog.
On this one, I'm going to expose the real reason black people use the N-word.
Okay. So you woke me up. Okay. My first question. Did you say the word before you made this video? Did you say the N-word before you made the video? That's one. Two, you stated that you had a lot of white followers. I'm still trying to catch up with that. But I digress. I just want to know, like, I mean, before you made the video, did you actually say the word? I'm sure a lot of people want to know. Let me know.
I know that I have a lot of white followers.
Okay, this is for educational purposes and educational purposes only. I like to say that up front because TikTok likes to go after black content creators who are going to be critical of black conservatives and or white conservatives. Okay, what you see what this creator has done is he started off by saying, I know I have a lot of white followers, which means you already know he's going to be a black conservative, which means you know everything he's going to spew after that is going to be a lot of nonsense that only reconfirms the negative racist images that white conservatives have about black people. Because that's what black conservatives do. They reinforce the negative racist stereotypes that white conservatives have about black people. Now, he will go on to say in his thing, talk about black on black crime and how 89% of black people are killed by other black people. Okay, 80% of white people are killed by white people, but we never call it white on white crime. And there's a reason for that, is because we want to always make it seem like only black people kill each other. And whereas all crimes are committed basically within each racial group. In other words, proximity. Now, this is what happens when you have black conservatives and all they really are mouthpieces for right-wing white supremacy. Now, he's going to go on to talk about how black people are hypocritical because black people get to say the N-word and white people don't. Okay. It's also hypocritical to talk about how America's the land of the free, a home of the brave, while you had slaves. It's also hypocritical to talk about how America's for everyone and we're a melting pot, while you right now are actively trying to exclude people from melting into the pot. Okay, so let's stop the nonsense. Let's stop the cap. Okay, let's call it what it is. Black conservatives are doing nothing more than going out there, and once again, this is for educational purposes and educational purposes only. All black conservatives are really doing is they're going out there being a shield for right-wing white supremacy in order to make sure that they get their clout. And it's said that you have to be a black conservative. In order to be a black conservative, you have to be anti-black. You have to reinforce right-wing white supremacy. You have to attack people who happen to have the same skin tone as you. And always remember, you might have the same skin tone as us, but you are not part of us. And there's no saying, you may be our color, but you are not our kind. Okay, not all skin folks are kin folks.
The real reason black people use the N-word.
We got another one. We found another one. Hey, bro, they still not going to pick you. They still going to assume that you're just as violent and ignorant and unequipped as the rest of us, bro. They're still going to look at the cue of you being black male and draw the inference that you're violent, ignorant, and stupid. I digress. Actually, you're incorrect in your absolute assessment, and you're playing to the thoughts of your white audience, sir. Okay. Actually, sir, we use the N-word for the same reason that some of us eat chitlins and watermelons and hog maws and ribs. And the reason you have last names like Johnson and Thompson and and Smith and Jackson. Slavery. Furthermore, one thing about Ebonics is that Ebonics is the type of dialect or vernacular in which context, tonation, and intent in communication determine the meaning of words. So, if we can be honest, for the most part, when you hear the N word amongst black people, the context gives the word the meaning of either friend, brother, or just man. For instance, you'll hear black people say the white N word, or the Chinese N word, or the Arab N word, because it just means person or man. Further, as far as it relates to black on black killings and there being no riots and protests, you're right, there are no riots, but you're absolutely wrong as far as it relates to no protests. You obviously are not involved in the community in the inner city. You obviously are out of touch with your people, because there is all kind of stop the violence movements going on here in Detroit. That just doesn't get the coverage, the support, or the aggrandizement of the ignorance. See, the fact of the matter is, in our community, there's a small vocal minority that gets all the attention, but the others are ignored and overlooked. So it paints a narrative to make people respond to and interact with us a certain way. And the same thing goes for your absurd comment about hip hop. Honestly, the positive hip hop is overruled and overshadowed by the ignorance that is imposed on us. It all supports a narrative, as does you and your drivel. As does you and your drivel.
I'm absolutely right. That's what I do on my channel. I condemn black people. You know why?
Of course, I got another one and another one, and they just keep popping up out the woodwork, man. First off, the people that were rapping, they rap to get out of the hood. And instead of blaming the rapper for being put on, why don't we ever blame the white music companies who go after the rappers to promote the image? I mean, you go out your way to talk about the bad image associated with being a rapper as if black people control the press, as if black people control any major news or media source outlet. We do not. So instead of blaming the rapper who comes from the hood, who's rapping to get out of the hood because there's no opportunities in the hood, why don't we blame the actual music labels that seek these children out, these predatory music labels that go after these young kids who don't know any better, who are promoting this image because they have to get out the hood, because life isn't the best in the hood. Like, I don't understand why we never come after the companies. Why don't you ever target like Universal Music Group or Sony or any of these major labels that come after these children with these predatory contracts that they'll end up owing millions of dollars later on? Why do you never go after the major corporations that when these rappers die or get killed, that they hold on to their masters and they can't give them to their families and their families are forced to move back to a bad situation? Why do we never talk about that? Why do we never talk about the intellectual property that's stolen from black people? Why do we never having a conversation about these people, but yet you want to blame these kids for the situation that they're born into? This is all they know. Is it right? No one ever says that promoting the lifestyle was right. But how would they be able to get to the major scale of promoting this as a brand if other major white music label companies did not assist them? See, this is what I'm talking about. Blame the rapper, not the person that put the rapper on. That's crazy. This is all they got, and you still want to take it from them. Like, try again, bro. Try again. I'm really getting sick of you Uncle Ruckuses out there, bro. Like, for real, I'm really getting sick of it. Yeah, most of your followers are white. Oh, I wonder why, you know? I wonder why most of your followers are white. Like, stop it, dude. That's some corny shit. Stop being corny for the internet.
Absolutely right. That's what I do on my channel. I condemn black people.
In African communities, we have a saying: you don't air your dirty laundry in public. And what this means is, if your brother, if your sister is acting a fool in public, you bring them home, you make their excuses, and when you're in the house with just you and your family, you rip them a new one for embarrassing the family. But you do not openly go out in public and join the mob to hang your brothers or your sisters. This is an African concept that has actually transferred to African Americans, because I know in African American cultures there's still that training that you do not air your dirty laundry in public. What people like you are doing, we're not deceived by it. Yeah, you say you want to hear about black people improving, so you criticize. That's nonsense. We don't believe that. Because if you want to do that, there are people who stand up on the podium and call for black excellence. You can do it by saying, my brothers and sisters, we shouldn't do this. I don't like the fact that we do this, without putting your people down. What you're doing is what Candace Owens is doing, and we know. Okay? So I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But there are too many of you guys on YouTube, on TikTok, that are just here trying to get some likes from this, closet case racists who want to hear you co-sign their already fucked up notions about black people. You know what, my brother? I hope you get the likes and the views that you want. I hope you do, because, it's your hustle. I'm not going to knock it. But don't, at least be like Candace Owens and just claim the shit, Don't come out here talking about you're trying to improve. Let me take you on this whole rap music versus... Have you ever listened to the lyrics of rock music? There is hate rock out there. There are white people doing rock music talking about hanging niggas, right? And they're selling. I mean, it's a niche, but it's rock music. You don't see a lot of white people criticizing that. And you want to come and criticize black music because we're speaking about the experiences that were thrown on us. If you want to support black people, here's what you do. Talk about the things that black people do right, and encourage black people to continue to do the things that are good. And then you can admonish them to say, we need to stop doing this and we need to stop doing that. But you're not going to do that, are you? Because your real ambition, what you're trying to do here, is not that. Have the day that you deserve, my brother.
People kill black people at an 89% rate. Do you see anyone protesting over that?
Who in the Rudy Poo are you to speak for all black people? Personally, I don't use the word. I think it's derogatory. I don't like using words basically that are derogatory. I don't adopt words by others made to be derogatory towards us and then try to make them cool. But anyway, let's move on. Now, you may have fallen for what is called a false narrative based on social media. This one actually goes back to July of 2020. Fact check, false data on U.S. racial murder rates by Reuters staff. 4-minute read, real quick. Users on social media are sharing images that feature misleading data on blacks and white murder rates based on existing U.S. government data. All the figures are false. The image alleges, for example, that 81% of white murder victims are killed by blacks. Data from the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice show, on the contrary, that more than 80% of white murder victims are killed by whites. Here's the truth about crime. You're likely to be killed by someone that looks like you. You kill people inside of your circle or inside of your own population. It's very rare the other way around. Okay? I'm JB and I'm the Pseudo Whisperer. And I hope that you learned something tonight. Have a good night.
Reason black people use the N-word. The real reason...
So here's the thing. The N-word. It sounds ignorant, sounds stupid. Rappers, anyone that uses the word sounds stupid. I don't use it. I don't joke about it. I just don't speak ignorant. Because that's what that is. Ignorance. So, you have to go back and watch the video. He talks about, he's got a lot of white followers and you know, black people say this and that, and I'll be honest with you, I want to cringe when I hear the word black people or white people, because we are people. Seriously, all of you put your pants on exactly the same. So it's super annoying. This whole like idea that we have different races. No, we have different cultures. We just look different. That's it.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and I am tired of seeing them. You know, you see them on TikTok like every, I don't know if it's now every month, like every week. You see like black conservatives coming to, like, you know, say some shitty things about black people. I am really tired of, and this could be somebody's husband or father. I mean, if this is your husband and you are living with this kind of man in the same house, sorry is your name, because, like, you know, I don't see a reasonable man coming out to do something like this. Yeah, he is so, really, I have so many things I really do want to say. Like, I do have so many things I want to say. Number one is that, like the other man said, do not wash your dirty linen outside. I mean, this has always been black people's motto. Like, if you are African, they will never stop telling you this. And number two is that he is even lying. He is lying. Like, how do you wake up to even come on the internet to lie? Bro, the truth is that they cannot even pick you. White people ain't gonna pick you. They already know the people they want to pick. And you was like, you know, they already see you as a threat. And for that reason, how do you want them to pick you? And you're not even securing the bag, because, like, I don't see any bag yet that you are securing on TikTok. So there is no bag for you to secure. And the fact that you put up with this kind of, like, you come up with this kind of attitude towards your own people, trust me, when you see people doing things like this, they ain't only going far. The only thing you see them getting is when they go on live, probably, like, you know, people gift them. But trust me, they ain't earning anything from TikTok aside from that gifters. And then you go to the comment section, you see how red to the season the white people he is, because, like, he is pushing everything towards white people. You see how red to the season all of them are, because that comment section says it all. And I am sick and tired of waking up to people like them. An old man like this coming out to say this. Grifters. I mean, I am tired. I don't want to see them no more. Because, like, you know, I feel like, you know, look at the people we are fighting for. Look at the people who come out here, who push up things, and then they go behind me to stop me, because that is how it is. Like, make this make sense, because it's the math ain't mathing. How a full-grown old man will wake up to come and all he want to do is just to let his own people down, let their guards down in order to promote the other people. Man, that shit it ain't making sense at all. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for the support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.